Good evening, my non-existent viewers. I want to go ahead and apologize right off the bat because I almost never have gameplay in my movie reviews. I usually just film my movie reviews just me talking in front of the camera. But for whatever reason, my webcam is just not working tonight. So the review must go on somehow, right? So I figured might as well just my audio recording software is working just fine. So I figured might as well just record me talking about the movie and just throw some COD Zombies gameplay over it. So I want to go ahead and apologize in advance for this. Oh my goodness, this very noobish Zombies gameplay that I recorded almost a year ago, if not longer than that, and just had it set on my laptop and I didn't know what else to do with it. But yeah, I saw this is my first movie review of 2022, and I'm very excited to talk about the 355, which is a spy film starring Jessica Chastain, Lupita Nyong'o, Penelope Cruz, Diane Kruger, and Bing Bing Fan. Please forgive me to my Chinese viewers. Please forgive me mispronouncing her name. Yeah, Jessica Chastain plays a spy in this movie, and there's mercenaries get their hand on this they get their hands on this device that could be used to just end the world. So Jessica Chastain has to join forces with the other spies, the other female spies in this film, and they got to work together to save the world. I saw the trailer for this movie, and I walked into this film earlier today, not really knowing what to expect. I mean, the trailer looked pretty promising, a very bright and diverse cast. You got actresses from basically all around the world. You got from Colombia with Penelope Cruz, and China with Bing Bing Fan, and Germany with Diane Kruger, and Lupita Nyong'o playing a British spy in this movie, and Jessica Chastain. It was really the trailers made it seem that the film had potential. But then I looked at the release date and I was like, yeah, it's a January release date. This happens every year. It's you got the summer blockbuster season, and then September through December we get the Oscar contenders. It's award season. All the artsy fartsy films come out. And the first third of the year, January through April, is when studios tend to just kind of shoot out movies that have not made too much, that don't have a whole lot of effort to them. And so January especially is notorious for all the horrible movies coming out. This has happened a lot in previous years. So yeah, I went into this film with with mixed expectations, and walking away from it, this movie's not terrible by any means, but overall I wasn't exactly impressed either. None of the performances in this movie are bad by any means. I mean, I love Lupita Nyong'o. She's one of my favorite actresses, and I feel like all the actresses and the actors in this movie too they did fine with the script that they were given. I mean, I don't nobody was really bad, but nobody was really no one's performance in this movie was exactly stellar either. Again, it's just the script. You can only blame bad acting so much for a film when you also got to take into consideration the script that they were given. And this movie's writing, it's just your typical spy thriller. I mean, I was afraid that this was walking this movie. I was afraid that it was gonna be the 2019 Charlie's Angels movie all over again. Thankfully, this movie is better than Charlie's Angels. But there's just a lot they could have done with this film. The biggest problem I can see with a 355 is wasted potential. I think the script was the writing. There's this plot twist nearing the end of the movie. Obviously, I don't want to go into spoilers, but I can't say I didn't. I saw it coming. I didn't, but it was just I facepalmed the theater, and I was just why they do this. And the characters, they all are very they're just very bland. Bing Bing Fan's character especially, she's all on the posters that she's marketed as one of the main protagonists, and yet her character doesn't appear at all until the second half of the freaking movie. And there's just more they could have done with everybody, but they didn't. And the tension, there's one scene in particular, in the third act, that is very tense, and that was probably my favorite scene in the entire movie, and I did feel sorry for the character, for the spies. But the action scenes, when there's action going down, you can barely tell what the heck is going on, because obviously I can't shake the camera for you guys because I'm doing a voice recording video, but it's there is so much shaky cam in this movie, and it was kind of driving me nuts. The action scenes, the camera was just bouncing all over the place, and the editing was just really choppy. And the way they edited this film, I couldn't help but notice that they were trying to dial back the violence a little bit. Like, this one was PG-13, but I feel like the filmmakers wanted to make this film rated R, but for whatever reason they couldn't. It's just like, I don't judge movies based on the ratings. I mean, there's nothing wrong with PG-13 action movies. Like, you don't need an R rating to make a good film. You don't need, like, blood and gore and lots of cursing and nudity to make a good film. Like, it doesn't need to be rated R, but just the way that, like, just the characters, their dialogue, and the way the action scenes are filmed, because, like, there are a lot of moments where, like, a guy shoots a guy, but as soon as he pulls the trigger, he cuts away from the guy that, like, he just shot, and I'm just like, okay. That to me just said, like, it's like they wanted to showcase, like, the guy's brains just splattering out, but they couldn't, because I guess they didn't want to get, like, age restricted, because, PG-13 movies, you can market it towards a wider audience, because, I mean, you don't need to be 17 or older to see a film without your parents. But yeah, I think this film could, I mean, again, I don't judge movies too hard. I usually don't judge movies based on their ratings. I don't think an R rating automatically makes it good, but I can definitely see, like, this film, like, doing better with an R rating. Just saying. So, like I said, this film had a promising cast, and it had, like, a promising direction, and it could have been a lot better. But as I'm recording this film, like, it is just, like, a typical, like, spy action thriller. It does raise an interesting question, like, is it the actor or actress in this case that makes the character, or is it the character that makes the actress? Because, again, this film had a really great cast, very promising, diverse cast, but it didn't have, like, the right, writing to back it up. I think that's where my biggest issue with, the 355 lies in, is that it could have been a lot more, but it chose not to be. So with all that being said, for my first movie review of 2022, I'm going to give the 355 a 4 out of 10 stars. It's a forgettable film. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching this video, and I have some pretty big plans for 2022, both for, YouTube and just for, like, other goals. I've been working lately and applying for internships and stuff like that. I am not going to make a top 9 best movies of 2021 video this year, because I didn't do one for 2020, because, I could... I feel like I've seen enough, like, great movies to make a best list for 2021, but at the same time, there's a lot of other movies I've missed, and I also haven't seen enough, like, bad movies to make a worst, like, top 9 worst movies of 2022 list either. So here's what I'm going to do. The Oscars season, like, the Academy Awards are happening on March 27th this year. I'm thinking about, like, that weekend, like the Friday or Saturday before the Oscars, I'm gonna make a tier list video. I've been playing with the idea of making a tier list video for all the movies I've seen within the past, like, 2 years. So all the movies I've seen from 2020 until, March of 2022, I'm going to rank them all from worst to best. Because, like I said, there's a lot of films that I've missed that I want to get caught up on, because, I've just been really, the past 2 years for me have just been super hectic, with finishing my college career and stuff like that, but they've been super rewarding. But yeah, stay tuned for that, as well as other, like, videos I'm planning on making very, very soon. And thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram, links in the description, and have a nice night. Stay beastly.